Alright, I'd like to begin a project for georeferencing. We're going to start with our Finger Lakes area here, and what we've done is acquired some Finger Lakes trails from the USGS. I had to send away for those, so that's a file that you'll need to get your hands on. The other thing that I've done here is I've taken the New York State roads and highlighted and created a separate layer for the area of interest. Is this section between Seneca and Cayuga Lakes, and these are the active trails. These are the hiking trails, so I turn them off and back on, and the roads that are in that particular area have been brought in as a separate layer. So our goal here now is to go out and find some more information about the Finger Lakes National Forest. So what we may be doing is just doing a Google search. So done a Google search for Finger Lakes National Forest map, and notice I've put in that I want that to be a PDF. And what you'll find is that many maps that are documented are done as PDF. They're exported as PDF. So the trick is how do we take this PDF information and bring it into our map. So here's a visitor map for Finger Lakes National Forest. And it has some interesting information on it here, if we kind of can look at it. So zooming around here, and it's a little bit of a problem to look at. So I'm going to download this, do a save as, and download this image onto our machine. So once that's been downloaded, now we've got a little bit of a problem in that it's in a PDF. So there are many ways to convert the PDF to an image, which is the first thing that we need to do. I've downloaded a program called GIMP. There's Photoshop, there are online converters, there are a whole bunch of ways to convert these programs over. So with GIMP, I'm going to just simply open, and I'm going to open this PDF, Finger Lakes Park PDF. Okay, so now I have the PDF in the GIMP program, and I'm going to start by just trying to move the white boundary here. So, and you'll okay, and so with GIMP, it takes a while. There's a pretty good learning curve with these programs. It's like Photoshop, takes you a while to learn how to do it. I'm going to take a selection here and see if I can just select and remove the white border. So all I want to do is get the map portion of this out. So I've done a selection there, and then I've cropped that out. So I've kind of cleaned up the image a little bit. You might want to take these guys out of here. You take the margin out. You know, it depends on how you want to do it. But your goal is to manipulate the image to the point that you've got the view that you want to put on your map. So now I'm going to do a save as here. Oh no, I'm going to export this. So I'm going to export this, and I'm going to export it to our New York State area here, and usually you want the quality here, so the quality of the image to be at 100%, since you want to be able to zoom into your image as far as you possibly can. So what I have now is a fairly high quality image. So we may come back and look at that some more. Okay, so now the trick is how do I get that image over onto this area? And the method for doing that is georeferencing, which is a plug-in that you have to have installed. And it's under the raster, since the image is a raster method. So down here under Georeferencer, and if you don't have it on your machine, what you'll need to do is to go to Manage and Install Plugins and turn it on. So it's already turned on, so we're going to go to the Georeferencer. Georeferencer, go to File and open up the raster, and it will look for different scenarios. Now it will probably come up in the beginning and kind of look like this and show you all the files that are in there. But we only want to look at the JPEGs, so we can limit this by selecting the JPEG tag. Now we've only got the few that we've got in there. So I'm going to take National Park 2. Now this is an important scenario here, is to get the coordinate system correct. So we want to make sure that you're using the same coordinate system that's listed under the project over here. So it won't let me do it now, but this is very important, so that as we link these two together, that they line up from a projection standpoint. So this is the projection of our coordinate reference system, so we're going to select OK. So now I've got an image of my Finger Lakes National Park, and over here I've got on my map the area of Finger Lakes National Park. And so the trick is to go back and forth between these two to line them up. Okay, so there's the georeferencing. Now you probably want to zoom in on a particular area. The trick is we need to find a point on this map which references, and we can find on this point on the other. So one might be, let's just say this intersection right here. So if I scroll in to this intersection and say, well, there's where I want to make a selection. So these guys here are the point referencing connections. So I'm going to click right directly on that intersection there. Now I want to find that intersection on my map. So what I can do is just say, well, go get that from the map canvas. Well, that map canvas, there's the intersection there. So I'm going to scroll in on that intersection and select it. So now I have one reference that is from my PDF over to my map. And so the trick now is to do that a few times, and I find this sometimes you have to go all the way out. So I'm going to go down here, and you want to pick locations that are kind of remote on the map. So I'm now going to look, see if I can get close enough. And I do find that this blanks out on me a little bit. So I'm going to pick this location here, right in town, right there, and select that from the map canvas. That was that corner right there. And I may pick this this road over here. Okay, now I've picked 3, and I guess maybe I'll pick one more out here on this point. So right out here, the furthest most point out of the lake. So you can see in a few cases I picked a geometry, and in a number of cases I took the I took it to be a road intersection. So now we have four locations, and the more of these that you do, the better it'll turn out. Then we need to set the transformation settings. So there are many types of transformations. Some are going to stretch more than others and give you different scenarios, and these are kind of trial and error type of things until you get well versed in what it is that you're after. We'll just stick with just a linear transformation, but we do have to tell it what we want to call this thing. So in this location, and we want to make sure it's going to show up in the right place, so I'm going to call this modified number 5, and we're going to load it into QGIS when it's done, and then you start the transformation. It asks us again for the coordinate reference system. We're going to say OK, because that's the one that we want. And we now have a PDF that's been set on top.